stage time.
I called the borough office this morning, and
Can you speak up? I'm sorry, I can't.
yeah, I have a problem with our back driveway. It's a raceway. People are just flying through it. I know someone almost got hit by a car last night, and a little girl almost got hit last week, just from what I've seen. We have Heather Road, Kent Road, Taylor Drive, all empty onto my back driveway. Mine and the two houses next to me goes out that way. We get ice whenever there's any kind of moisture. Anybody washes their car, the water sits behind our house. We just had the driveways done last year. All the driveways got done together, so there would be no puddles, no holes. It's still sitting. I don't know how to control it. If anybody has any suggestions, I'm open to them. I was told that speed bumps are not any good because if any damage occurs to anyone's car, then I'm responsible for it. So instead of coming to you with a problem, I would like to come to you with a solution to the problem. And my feeling is, if we could make the driveway coming in one way and let the cars go out Kent Road, anybody coming down Kent or coming down Taylor would have to exit through Kent Road and come around to Taylor Drive. This way, there are no kids in jeopardy. The kids will know to look for the cars.
Are they using traffic both ways?
Oh, yeah. Anyway, I mean, they come from Kent and just come through my driveway to get to Taylor instead of going to the stop sign in front of my house. We have signs that say no thoroughfare. The people who want to cross the street on Kent come through the driveway to park the car because the street's one way, which I really don't care. I mean, the driveway's going to be used by everybody. But there are no rules to the driveway. It's anybody's game. There's no speed limits. There's nothing. I know the police have a hard enough time patrolling the streets, let alone the driveways. So my solution is if we could make it one way, coming in off of Taylor, because it is a little dangerous pulling out onto Taylor when you come out there. So if they go out at the stop sign, it's safer that way. We have about 120 houses just on the triangle that come down to my driveway. If everyone had one car, there'd be 120 cars. If they have two cars, we're talking a lot of cars coming through 3 houses. So I don't know how I go about doing this, if I have to get a petition signed, I mean, or just speaking to all you guys, I don't know. But this is my proposal, and I think it was.
We want to make it one way.
I'd like, yeah, if you come down Taylor Drive, if you come in through Taylor and go to your respective houses, but when you're coming down, I think the traffic would slow down if they had to turn left than if they just sweep right around that right-hand turn. They're sweeping around the right-hand turn and the car's coming the other way, they're going to back up. My cars were parked there, there's ice, they're going to slide. One car slid sideways and that's when they almost hit the kid out back. So we don't park the car out back when there's ice because they're going to slide. Well, now they're going to slide into my house and they're going to come crashing into my house as fast as they're coming. So I need something done.
Okay, I will get Mr. Petty, who's in charge of Highway Department, and the solicitor will get together and see if there's any, I don't know if there's laws that can prevent us from putting a one-way do not enter signs at those positions, you know, that you're talking about. So
I put trash cans up when the ruts come, when the ice and rain and everything comes, the cars come through. It freezes that quickly that there are ruts, that you can't get out of these ruts because they're at least 6 inches high. I put trash cans up to prevent the cars from sliding or getting stuck because they get stuck back there, and they run over my trash cans. I've lost plenty of trash cans just trying to protect them and my car. So something really has to be done. Okay?
All right, thank you. That's 2004 Kent Road.
2004 Kent, yes.
Cindy Dever from Cricket Lane.
I am on the board of directors of Folcroft Library. I understand that there is a freeze on wages because you're looking at the budget, and I understand that. But many of the librarians currently are under minimum wage. And I would just like to know, at the last meeting, it was decided that they would, not the last meeting, but last year, it was decided that those wages would be brought up to minimum wage. And I just want to find out if that still is in place for them to be brought up to minimum wage, regardless of the higher, or the wage rates? That's my first question. The next question, or the next comment that I have is, Sue Ann Smith is the librarian, the head librarian, she's the director of our Folcroft library. She is currently being paid for 35 hours a week, although she is working far more hours than that. She puts in a lot of time in the library. Because she is only being paid for 35 hours a week, she has been designated as part-time, which means that she does not have her insurance pay. And I think that that is something that should be considered by the borough, to have her insurance paid for and included with the borough's insurance. We had a little incident last night, a water main broke on Cricket Lane, and at 3 o'clock in the morning, they were out with their jackhammers and everything, and by morning, everything was done, it was all great, so I don't know who took care of it, but thank you very much.
We will look into the wages in the library. I was informed of that the other day about several librarians being paid under minimum wage, and we're looking into that to bring them up to the minimum wage. And I will discuss with our finance director as far as moving the librarian out of part-time with her hours. If there's room in the budget, we might be able to use it.
I appreciate it. Thanks. Can I just ask you to speak up just a little bit? It's really hard to hear you up here.
Yeah, because it's either know what everybody needs to hear her answers.
Sheila Foglia.
I have a couple questions, I guess, for Mrs. Robsky. I need to know, did you inform the voters when campaigning, especially Democrat voters, that you and your husband were Republicans for most of your life? And that you and your husband were on the Borough Council with an extensive political working and personal relationship with the convicted criminals of the former Republican Tristan regime that ruled this town for over 40 years with an iron fist? And that your husband attended the court proceedings of the Folcroft scandal directly behind the criminals and showed support. And that your husband continued and might still continue to maintain some type of relationship with the Republican criminals. And did you inform the voters that you and your husband switched parties to become Democrats purely for revenge and personal political power? I declare the Democrat control of Borough Council to be illegitimate on the grounds of gaining power under false pretenses. You should resign immediately, or the people should demand a special recall election. I did ask a question last week about background checks being done.
Which one?
I did a background check myself, and what I came up is a real disgrace. So I'm going to give you this so you can read it, because I really don't think he should be in Folcroft handling anything.
You can skip.
Maybe he might want to read it.
Lois Spangenberg.
I have the same thing with Sheila. We did the background check on Cliff Wilson over here, and he padded payroll, and you're going to expect him to handle our finances. I find that to be a disgrace for him to even work on any money or any
Mr.
situation
Wilson
with
is
Folcroft.
not handling any finances.
He's not handling any money. He's not going to make any decisions on any money.
No, he's not even a signatory on the accounts, no.
No, but then what's his job?
His job description is basically dealing with our local politicians and guiding us on getting grants for our...
Again, money.
That's money. Guiding you on grants is money.
He's not touching any money.
Guiding you on grants is money. That's touching money.
Yeah, why are we paying him to do that?
Because anybody can do grants.
Mary Ann can do grants.
does it very well.
I just think it's a waste of money. I honestly do. If you want to look for public waste of money, you gotta go.
Next item on our agenda is the receipt of minutes for the December 2011 committee and council meetings. Does anybody have any questions on the minutes? Do we have a motion to receive them? Do I have a motion to receive the minutes from December? Motion. Do I have a second?
A second.
Next item on the agenda is the appointment.
Madam President, you have to take a roll call vote.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You'll need a roll call, Mr.
Roll call.
Yeas and nays. Here.
Peterson?
What a hot mess.
Yes.
Ms. Foley?
Yes.
I didn't put them in there, they're in there now.
Yes.
Mrs. French?
Yes.
Motion carries. The minutes for December 5th and December 20th have been received. The next item on the agenda is 2 appointments. The first one, designation of Freedom of Information Officer. It's for when the public needs to get copies of any of our minutes or any ordinances or anything pertaining to borough meetings.
Madam President, if I could, the Pennsylvania Right to Know law requires that each municipality designate a person to serve as their Right to Know officer or Freedom of Information officer. And that name needs to be, that person needs to be approved by the Borough Council, and then that name needs to be communicated to the Office of Open Records in Harrisburg so that the name can be included on the master spreadsheet that the office maintains of the Right to Know officers throughout the Commonwealth.
At this time, I would like to recommend Cliff Wilson as our Right to Know.
Madam President, I'd like to make an amendment to this motion that we do not appoint anyone at this time until we talk about it further.
Take resumes.
You need to take a vote on his, is that an amendment to the motion, Mr. Ringway?
That is an amendment to the motion.
You asked him to table it.
Table is fine, we can table it.
Well, you need to make the motion, Mr. Ringway.
Well, how about this? I made my motion and my motion stands as read.
You want to amend, so the motion on the floor is to amend the prior motion to put this off until a later date, and that motion needs a second.
Second.
Third.
Fourth.
Sixth.
The roll call will be on Mr. McWigan's motion to amend the motion to put this off till later.
Mr. Benny?
Yes.
Ms. Peterson?
Yes.
Mrs. Zarowski?
Yes.
Ms. Foley?
Yes.
Mr. McWigan?
Yes.
Ms. Rafter?
Yes.
Mrs. French?
Yes.
Motion carries. Madam President, the motion will be put off to a future meeting. And the borough will not have a designated Right to Know officer to address requests.
Take applications.
It's against my strong advice that you proceed in this manner.
No, well.
The next appointment is the designation of the Emergency Service Director. This position is presently held by Officer Daniel White, who has done an exceptional job, and I recommend that he holds this position. Do I have a motion for Officer Daniel White to hold the position of Emergency Service Director?
Motion.
Second.
Can I have a roll call, please?
Mr. Benny?
Yes.
Ms. Peterson?
Yes.
Mrs. Zarowski?
Yes.
Ms. Foley?
Yes.
Mr. McWigan?
Yes.
Ms. Rafter?
Yes.
Mrs. Jones?
Yes.
Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is the resolution of the Delaware County Act 537 Sewage Facilities Plan Update. It would be resolution 2012-05 for the Borough of Folcroft. From what I understand, this is a county-wide act, and that they're doing all the work and they're asking all the municipalities to participate in it. So I'm recommending that we do let them do all the work and take care of what they need to do as far as the sewage facility plans and all that. Do I have a motion on this resolution? For the Delaware County Act 537 Sewage Facility Plan.
Seconds ago.
Do I have a motion? I need a motion to adopt this resolution.
Motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Can I have a roll call, please?
Mr. Bennett?
Yes.
Ms. Peterson?
Yes.
Mrs. Drowsky?
Yes.
Ms. Foley?
Yes.
Mr. McGuigan?
Yes.
Ms. Rafter?
Yes.
Mrs. French?
Yes.
Motion carries for resolution 2012-05. The next item on our agenda is emergency snow removal backup plan. We were given 2 bids. One from Charlie Frank Incorporated and one from A2 Services. Looking at both bids, A2 has come in quite lower. I'm recommending that we use A2 Services as our backup snow removal plan. Do I have a motion?
I have a question
Oh,
now.
I'm sorry.
I just looked in and I'm on highway. Isn't this something that should be discussed at highway? Like, who gave the authority to call for proposals and stuff? Isn't this what highway is all
Never used
about?
to be discussed at council meetings before now like that. It never was. Yes, it should be.
I just thought they came in the mail. I brought them to the floor. If you'd like to put it to highway department for next month, that's fine. But if we get in, not saying we're going to get that snowstorm, but if we get stuck, we don't have the backup plan in place.
I mean, our highway department does do a good job. There's only one time. They really do. Money. You know what I mean?
Okay.
$78 an hour. I don't know.
We'll put it aside for next month. It's your right to table it.
Madam President, are you talking about these people who remove mounds of snow at the corners?
Yes, or if, say, something happens to our plow truck,
Right.
they'll plow for us.
We used Charlie Frank 2 years ago, I think it was. He was excellent. I mean, I know it's higher money, but...
Sometimes you have to pay a little bit more to get a better job done.
And he's a little...
Are we going to table this for the meeting in February?
I'll second that.
I'm going to rush that one. If I can get it, I just got to get my nose in. That's all those people are bullshit.
Days and names on the roll call. All those in favor of tabling this for February?
It's not in the public participation
Yes.
guidelines
All those against?
or the guidelines.
Backup plan is put on till February. Next item on our agenda is the bill list. Do I have a motion to approve the bills listed on the bill list?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Have a roll call, please.
Mr. Bennett?
Yes.
Peterson?
Yes.
Mrs. Wolke?
Yes.
Ms. Foley?
Yes.
Mr. McGuigan?
Yes.
Ms. Rafter?
Yes.
Mrs. French?
Yes.
Motion carries, the bill list has been approved. The next item on our agenda is Council President Report. I received information regarding the Colonial Pipeline and safety. Apparently, we do have a Colonial Pipeline that runs through Taylor Drive at one point and in marshlands. From what I understand, this pipeline has been inactive for many years, and if Colonial Pipeline was to make it become active, they would have to give us sufficient notification and show us that it is safe. So I just wanted to bring that to everyone's attention. We'll keep this on file in Borough Hall.
Madam President, can I say a few things?
Yes, you may.
Oh, so,
Next on our agenda is new business. First, I'd like to publicly welcome back Stephen Dennis, who is a Marine in, I believe, Afghanistan or Iraq. He arrived home Friday evening, escorted by our fire department and our police department. He presently resides on Taylor Drive.
Great job.
Thank you for his service to our country.
I'd just like to say I was there and the police, the fire, they really did an awesome job all through that. And it was good to see him come home and safe. And I think we have another one possibly the end of this month coming home after he stay from the Grant Road. So he'll be the third one coming back from that house.
Mr. President, can I say something from the family? Steve Dennis, his family wants to say thank you to all the residents, police, the fire, that came out for him on Friday night. The family and him are very grateful.
Great job.
I just want to say a couple things. I want to thank the highway department. There was a resident on Warwick Avenue, which she's had a mess behind her house. It's in between the creek and her yard. Dan and the highway department went down, cleaned it up. She was very thankful for that. Also the chief for calling SEPTA after the last meeting with the residents' concerns. He was right on it. I want to thank him and the police department for that. Also, the clock is now chiming on the hour. It was chiming at 10 after. That is now fixed. And kind of a close to my heart kind of thing, the Folcroft Girls Club is in dire need of volunteers, coaches, any kind of help. If anybody could do this, I would really appreciate it, because the girls club is probably going to fold because we have no help. So by all means, please come up to me after the meeting if you would like to volunteer. I would really appreciate it. Thank you.
Why we run the girls club in politics? It's two separate things.
I'm sorry, I was just making an announcement on the
Two
meeting.
separate things. Girls club is not coming into the politics is not going into the club.
It's all right, we can handle it. Thank you for the
Any other new
announcement.
business? I'd like to call this meeting adjourned.
You know what?
I have a question.
I have a question, Madam President.
Public participation was in the beginning of the meeting.
Well, they were late and it was crowded and there was just a real.
I didn't have a chance, I'm sorry.
I'd like to make a motion to hear anyone who wants to speak.
I have a question. While the Democratic Party ran their campaign, they said they were going to do away with the 1% tax. Now, is that going to happen because the senior citizens can't afford that?
I agree.
And what is your game plan on it?
We're actually looking at the budget that was approved in December to see where we fall financially and go from there.
Can I ask one question? Concerning the sign-in sheet that just popped up on us today,
what gives you guys the right to put that sign-in sheet up there and ask people to sign their names when they're speak? That's never been done in the past, and that, you will find there's another violation of the Sunshine Act right there. You cannot require people to sign in. The announcement was not made at the last meeting. It's not in 2012-2 that you passed next week. So where did the sign-in sheet come from? Let me finish my question. You're not going to talk over me. You passed 2012-02 last week concerning the rules for public participation. There's nothing in the sign-in about a sign-in sheet. So now, what are we just going to make up the rules on the fly as we see a need for them?
Yes. Sir, all actions are in compliance with the Sunshine Act.
Okay. What was the purpose of 2012-02? Why was it not put in there?
Sir, I recommended 2012-02. I also recommended the sign-in sheet as a way to manage public comment so that the comment can be done efficiently.
Okay.
And that is in compliance with the Sunshine Act, which provides that you can do those things.
Why was it not put in the regulation?
Sir, I can only tell you that that was my recommendation, and they chose to follow it.
Well, then why last week did you not pass out an agenda when you are required under law, under Borough Code Association, to hand out an agenda within 24 hours to your council members? And they were never given an agenda until 10 minutes before a meeting. When you call a special meeting or an emergency meeting, they have a right to know what the subject is going to be about, and it's supposed to be given within 24 hours notice. It was not done, and you are a solicitor.
Excuse me, if someone in the audience didn't tell me to sign the sheet, I would have never known to sign the sheet. This is the first council meeting I've been to, so luckily, I didn't waste my time tonight and someone did tell me to sign that. So I don't know how you're going to get it across to other people to come in.
Big thing is, if you can't get into the room, you can't sign the sheet.
What time did you make the announcement?
It's about 5 minutes.
No, I got there 10 minutes till and didn't know you announced the sheet.
You're right.
Wait a minute. I was there at 10 after me. And I didn't know about a sign-in sheet until he just happened to
I didn't know
mention
about the sign-in sheet either, and I was there at 7. But I want to know what is going to be done about 1940 Carter Road, as I asked last week. I've been dealing with this house for 3 years. The resident that lives on the other side of this house is also here. She's been dealing with this for longer than me. I would like to know.
If you have time after the meeting, I will show you the report from code inspections. We sent them down now.
What does that mean?
This is his report, and I can give this to you.
Is he saying it's not a health hazard?
He's saying that the house is completely locked up.
Not.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
The neighbor on the next side, it is not locked up. That basement window is on, the lock is on the outside of the window.
Yep.
That is how the bank.
You can just slide the window open.
According to his report, he says both front and back doors are locked with proper hardware. There is a lockbox at the front door. Windows are all closed. No entry to house.
The 2 windows upstairs are clearly open. They're about that much up.
Yes.
So it's a false report.
False report. It's a false report.
So just because the house is secure doesn't mean that it's not a health hazard, because this house is a health hazard. And something has to be done about it. And I'm not going away, just so you know that.
Wait, let a chicken run across the lawn, then maybe.
I'm not. I've lived with this for 3 years, I'm not going away. So you got to get somebody in there to clean up the house. It's got to get cleaned up.
I understand.
And the resident on the other side agrees
On
with me.
1942 Carter Road, Teresa Creighton. I am on the other side. We have both, Anna and myself, have both been complaining about this house for about 3.5 years, almost 4 years now. And that lock is on the outside of the window. When they live there, the police officers know, we've called the cops numerous times because those kids would just fly out in the middle of the street because we have speeders come flying down our street. We've asked a couple times when we came to meetings about putting a speed bump. My husband checked into it. We were told about PennDOT. You have to talk to PennDOT. There was too many red flags and red tapes that you have to go through. We checked with PennDOT about that, and you know what? They said if you have a 25-mile zone or lower, it's up to your borough's discretion.
So that means our borough can do it.
Yes, our borough can do it, but chooses not to.
Hi, my name is Rob Creighton. I'm Teresa's husband. I spoke with PennDOT. PennDOT said it's up to the discretion of your council to put in a speed bump or a stop sign. If the the town's speed limit is 25 miles per hour or below. I understand, too, that it costs money for speed bumps, stop signs, I understand that. But if you go from the beginning of Carter Road to the end of Carter Road, I think it's like an eighth of a mile, maybe a little less.
A child's life is priceless.
But it's